I think social media has fooled many of us into believing that other artists are constantly creating beautiful finished work while we quietly struggle in our studios. We see the finished pieces, the framed artwork, the perfect reveal, the smiling photo beside the painting, but we rarely see the messy middle, the doubts, the experimenting, the failures, the pieces that never quite become what we hoped. And because of that, we start asking ourselves questions. Maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe I'm too old to improve. Maybe everyone else knows something I don't. I want to gently remind you that simply isn't true. Most artists struggle. Most artists question themselves. Most artists have unfinished work stacked somewhere out of sight. And none of that means you're failing. It means you're creating. I have paintings that never made it to my walls, pieces where I lost interest, portraits I painted over, ideas that felt exciting until they didn't. And while those pieces may never become something I share, they still mattered because every brushstroke teaches us something. Patience, color, problem solving, courage, trusting ourselves, learning to begin again. Even the failed pieces are quietly teaching us nothing is wasted. So if you've been staring at an unfinished work lately or wondering why creating feels harder than it used to, please know you are not behind. You are not less creative. You are not the only one with unfinished paintings hiding in the corner. You're simply in the middle of becoming. And sometimes growth looks messy before it looks beautiful. I'd love to hear from you. Do you struggle more with starting artwork or finishing it? Let me know. And here's some of my examples. I can't even remember maybe it went that way. I'm not too sure. This is one of my favorite flowers, and I actually have one of these trees in my backyard. The white magnolia, and they are really cool plants. And so, yeah, I got the drawing here and I just never got back to it. And I did this over 30 years ago. So it is sitting there in a pile. Okay, I'm going to move this pile off. I really got into drawing and I took a workshop. First of all, I took a workshop with Tamara Laporte. Some of these are finished and they're not ever going to go anywhere else and they're not going to go out for sale. But they were just works that I did and I worked on. Okay, you can see here, pretty basic. There we go, just pencil. And here we got pencil. I've added some pen and did a really awful job on her eyelashes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just amazing. Okay, and when I do my drawings, I don't draw on both sides. I just draw on one side. And when I get one that I really like this one here, I liked her. She turned out pretty good. And so what I do is I trace my drawings when I got one that is my favorite, and I reuse that. So I don't need to finish this necessarily. So I keep it around and for a reference. And I can see on this one, her eyebrows are way too high. But when I trace it, then I use the trace drawing on another piece, and then I can fiddle things around. I can change things. I do that quite often. And here's a experiment with a kind of a weird looking girl. And of course, I never finished her. I think she's on just drawing paper. Because sometimes I finish the drawings with a colored pencil. And my latest thing is I'm using charcoal and pastels, and they turn out fabulous. I love it. Okay, so here's one here. This is just pen and ink. So I did the initial drawing in pencil and then went over it with the pen and ink. And that is on watercolor paper. So I could actually go back in and color her, but I don't know. Here's one. I drew her, oh gosh, probably over a year or so ago. And I kind of did a series where they kind of look like that with the flippy hair. Anyways, I really liked her work, and she showed how to do this kind of, all right. I don't know if you can see this one or not, but this is a drawing that I did. I was kind of inspired by Andrea Garvey. She has a elephant thing she does. So I have drawn her on a piece of watercolor, and I don't know. I don't know. It's like I have a block or something, this like, okay, I would love to hear what your reason is for not completing something. Like, obviously, that's a drawn piece, it's ready to roll, and I'm just dragging my feet. Okay, here's a Santa frog I was doing. I played around with this. So, yeah, I did this quite a while ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's been floating around. And here's one of my weird girls with big, big eyes. Huge. I should date them. I call her Ella. I always name my girls. And it's just kind of fun. So it's good if you're going to do faces, play around. Make the nose too big, make the face too small. I don't know. Make the eyes really big. Just have fun with it. Don't worry about, what somebody else thinks. Do what makes you happy, what makes you feel good. And here's kind of a fun girl. And I've also got her on watercolor paper so I could go in and paint her at any time. And I haven't. And yeah, I don't know why, because I really like the drawing. It's kind of fun. It's funky and fun. And she looks like a space girl or something. I don't know. Anyways, so here's another weird one. And this one's on drawing paper. And it's got pencil and charcoal. So it has a bit of both. Art Nouveau girl. Now, I did this one a long time ago, and I actually have a video up that shows how I painted her. So I did do a painting of her, and it's in the pile somewhere because I know I didn't sell it. But yeah, this is the original drawing. And then when I did, I went over it with pen and ink, and so that I could always use it. Yeah, she was a good one. So this was one of my first good ones that turned out when I started doing faces. And here is a really kind of weird one. I don't know what happened with her. She's just kind of strange looking. But yeah, she could be finished. And it's on drawing paper. And so here's one. I love this one. And sometimes I draw them, and if I really, really like them, I am afraid to screw them up. And it's just one of those things. It's like, it's just goofy. It's just a mental block or something. I'm not sure yet. But this one is ready to go. It's on a thick piece of watercolor paper, nice watercolor paper, and it's going, paint me, paint me. And then here's a dog that I did. I don't do dogs very often, but I was playing around, inspired by Emma Patet. And she's inspired me a lot. I can't tell you how much. It's just like hugely. And she started doing dogs because she takes care of dogs. And she's over, I think she's in Portugal or Spain or something, somewhere over there. Anyways, she inspired me, and I drew a dog. And it's on Canva. It's called Canva paper, and it has like a canvas texture. So, you could do oils, watercolors, or acrylics on it. It's one of those things. What have we got here? We have girl with glasses. Let's finish a painting. I challenge you. And let me know in the comments if you're going to do it. And let's see what we're doing. I have had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and she's kind of a art supply hoarder, and I have been doing the same thing. And you know, when you see somebody on YouTube and they'll go, "Oh, you've got to buy this. This is so great. I bought this. This is one of them." And many, many more. I mean, if you're going to use these, would be really great. But they're cards, and they give you inspiration, I guess. And they're really wonderful, I guess, if you're going to use them and do what it says to do. And I got them, looked at them a couple of times, and then they got put aside. So anyways, my point is we have a tendency to watch YouTube videos and go, "Oh, that tool or that art supply looks like a lot of fun. Oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to order it from the A company." And then you get it and you look at it and then you don't use it. So anyways, my challenge with my girlfriend, her name's Catherine, and I said, "Okay, we're going to go for 2 months and not buy any art supplies. Nothing." Because you know what? We all have too many art supplies anyways. You can look behind me. I have tons. So, anyways, that's my challenge to you, is pull out something old that maybe you could fall back in love with and complete it. And try going without buying any art supplies for a while. I dare you. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Leave me a message. I'd love to hear from you. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing YouTube. So anyways, I will keep in touch.